What's up, everybody? It's Cliff. Happy Tuesday. Feels good to be back on the regular slot. Hold up. Let me get this going here. Give me my music. It's not giving me my music, guys. There it goes.
I can hear a car in the background.
It's me. Is that the music? So thanks for popping in here. Should be a fun night. We have a little bit of some repercussions from last week's game.
I know what you're talking about.
Possibly.
Oh, what happened?
Things did. So John, you have 4 player points. Melissa, you have 1. Sin, you have 8. Anybody want to do recap?
I can do it.
Okay.
But first, I gotta share this.
Hey, fucking 1 year.
I know.
Damn.
It's like a big deal.
That means you got the cool rainbow colored sword thing.
I like rainbows.
I think that means next week, or I get the 1 year.
Yeah, it'll be next week. Yeah, you're like 1 week behind.
Let's get this out of the way.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna create a whole list of possible Nat 1 scenarios and just have it randomly roll on it.
Cool.
Alright, John, you want to get yours out of the way too? There we go.
Maybe. This is the official Dracarius national anthem.
Thank you, baby.
Yep, true. So last week, we arrived at port at our destination. We went and found an inn, got some places to stay, some rooms and everything. Then we went out looking for something to eat. That was definitely not seafood. Found a great place that was cooking up some deer and whatnot. Ordered some, ate that, and asked about the location on the map, which the chef was like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to go there. Many people have come to this place and tried to go there, and everyone dies. No one ever comes back." And he says, "Okay, cool. Where's that though?" And then he comes around, points to this giant storm, and says, "Yeah, that." And yeah, no one ever comes back. So you probably shouldn't, because you pay me a lot of money and I like money. And so it's like, all right, cool. Thanks for the warning. We're gonna go figure out how to get there. So then we went and asked around and found the most the mage with the highest reputation, I guess. And we found some old kooky old bat who lives out the edge of the city, who apparently has particular feelings about changelings. Maybe not such nice ones, but the whole time Bats was like, "I don't like this place. It's too nice, too bright, too shiny. Everyone's like saying hi and shit." But yeah, so he was not cool with it and just kind of waited outside.
He's
Everyone
a grumpy
else-
old man.
Yeah, true. Everyone else went inside. And Vardruk asked about water breathing potions, and she's like, "With or without side effects?" He's like, "Probably without." But she's like, "Well, if you want longer, it would probably include side effects." So he's like, "Well, let's taste test, see what happens." Then like they were all granted water breathing from the potion that she whipped up, but different things happen. Um, I think Vardra got like boils and shit on his face. Vakta, I don't remember. Oh,
Grew bat wings.
oh yeah, she got the wings.
Yeah,
Those were
that
kind
was
of
fun.
yeah,
I had to pay extra for the things that I broke. Thanks,
yeah.
Cliff.
She broke shit. um,
But did you die though?
Yes.
That's true as well.
I mean, I wouldn't say dead. Either way, they bought some potions, and then they left. Vardrak went to go have a bath. Batsu wandered around town and found some people from his organization or affiliation, whatever. And they told him, about how things work around the city. They don't tend to favor anyone that likes to group up or try and do any kind of shady shit, but told him how they can find this group again if he needs to, asking about the location of the market, I believe it was, when the city doesn't have a market. Let's see. They all called it a night, but then Grimble started having a vision. He was seeing the guy from the boat that he had a vision of, but everyone that he looked at looked like this guy. So he starts flipping out, like grabbing everybody, going, "What's your name?" and causing a huge disruption. Vardrak heard this, went woke up Bacta, said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my armor on. You go find out what the fuck's up with him." Batsu's just kind of hanging back until the guards show up, and then he tries to calm them down. Vakta goes out, talks to him, but then he sees Vakta as this guy and attacks her. She then screams out for help from Vardrak, by which he's rounding the corner at this time as he's going for a punch and barely misses her. And he kind of goes into a little bit of a fit. Goes up and knocks the living hell out of Grimble, which somehow knocked him to his senses, and he saw everybody for who they were again. And Vakta stops him and says, "Look, you have one more time. Don't do it again." And then she's about to walk away when the life cutter started getting pissed because Vardrak refused to finish him off, and sent down more armored skeleton creatures from the sky. So they start fighting them. Grimble wasn't in good shape in the first place, so he fucking died. And everything was like okay at first because like the guards were chipping in to help and everything, but then they started like detonating, and that started dropping people. Ricard, Ravage, and Kirla all came out to help, but then boom, they're all down. Vakta went down a few times. He'll say a few just to make it sound like it's not so bad. But Vardra kept getting them back up and fighting, and then they eventually managed to kill them all. The only person at this point that still doesn't seem to have a pulse, I think, is Ricard at this point.
Yeah.
But the guards are like, "Yeah, what the fuck? What's going on?" And that's where we ended.
Perfect. So you earned yourself a shiny player point, which brings you up to 5. So yeah. So it was a pretty interesting fight that happened. What? So some little housekeeping things. As soon as we start getting more people in here, we're going to do a community event. We had enough retweets last week, so we earned it. So we'll throw up a poll that allows you guys to vote on what happens. I finally have the Stream Deck command activated. So if you have 1,000 Cliff coins, you can do !Dex. and I'll give you 5 free stream loot decks. I removed the potions command because apparently nobody wants to give you guys potions. So I got rid of it, and I will think of something else to fill the 300 coin slot. I just don't have anything right now. Yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Anybody else have anything? Anything get missed?
Your mic is a little staticky again.
Is it? I'm not using anything anymore.
Well, stop it.
Stop not using anything? Yeah, like I'm not using anything. There's no... This is all just the mic. So if it's staticky now, we're fucked. I'll bring it a little bit closer.
It's the same amount that we were trying to work out a few weeks ago. Is doing that.
Well, a few weeks ago, I was using the digital input, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not now. Now this is just the mic.
Sounds like popping. Try to talk away from the mic. I might fix it.
The mic's like over here. I'm not talking to the mic at all. It'd be here.
And it's got to be software because you listen to like the recordings, it's clean. So I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about now?
Still crackling.
Bastards.
Nice try.
I tried, you know.
We would just have to do the whole session like that.
It's just gonna be like that from now on. All right. Well, while I try to figure this out, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the intro.
Adventures from Amethil.
All
I'm
right.
disappointed it works perfectly now.
Yeah, right? I kind of miss it playing twice. And the swing.
No, we don't miss the swing. All right. I am muted. I'm not muted.
You muted now, Cliff?
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah.
I am muted. Interesting.
I'm not good at reading lips, so I have no idea what he's saying.
He's like, ha, I muted all your mics. Now I muted mine.
Well, no. So, can you hear me now?
I don't know how to undo it.
I still can't. You're still not working.
It's all right. I'll do Cliff's talking for him. Bardrock gets 1,000,000 player points. He's
All right. Is this any better?
This is all canon.
Is this any
What's
better?
that? 10 million platinum? Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
All right. We'll get all those upgrades we needed.
It's just thanks. Sin, what do you want? What do you dream for?
Let's see.
Go ahead, say it out
Underground
loud so
state.
Cliff can make sure that you never get it. And he nods.
I forgot that when I changed the input.
He's going to come back and swear that he changed nothing.
No. So when I changed the input, I forgot that that Zoom automatically mutes it when you change an input. So I changed it to see if that would work, and then Zoom was like, "Oh, you want to mute all of your audio? That's cool." Did it clear it up any at least?
No popping.
Yeah, it sounds clear.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds good.
I don't fucking get it. I literally turned off and then turned it back on, and that's it.
Don't tell Bob that.
Yeah, tell
Hold
Bob
on,
it
I'm gonna
worked.
tell him.
It finally worked.
We fixed the problem by turning it off and on again.
Yes. So, points of contention here. One, when I muted this stuff, it's all software mute, so it wasn't hardware mute, so that wasn't it. So, fuck y'all. For two, everything that you said that you wanted, I'm going to make sure that it's not even in the game anymore. For three, okay, so in the wreckage of the chaos, Vardrock Batsu, you guys are standing on this bridge, which has been mostly just decimated at this point. There's a large chunk in the middle that's just missing where that skeleton exploded. looking off to the north, you're seeing the wreckage of buildings that have been decimated from the explosions, and you see Grimble laying on the ground covered in dust and brushing himself up, and Kirla getting herself off. Getting herself up. And Ravage is even down on a knee. And you see him sort of turn and look over, and he's looking at Rakar, who's just laying unconscious on the ground, not moving, not breathing. Vakta, you're flying 30 feet above above one of the buildings, and you're seeing this entire wreckage that's here. Go ahead and roll me 3d8, please.
I thought she had already lost her wings.
Mm-mm.
I'm losing them now, is what's happening.
Correct. So, Vardrak, you see Vakta with these newly sprung
She's invisible.
batwing. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You used your ult, so you're invisible. So you guys just see this like plume of dust shoot from one of the buildings on the left-hand side. And everybody, even the guards and everything, basically go at the ready and turn to the side to look at this house. And out from the dust comes a war-battered Vakta pulling herself out from the wreckage of this house. That she just went through one of the thatch roofs and just destroyed it.
But I don't have wings.
If you don't have wings, yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
And so the guards are like, what the fuck just happened? What were those? What are you guys doing here?
Butts is walking past them, heading towards Rakar, and he like kind of nudges one aside to make room to get to him. He's like, "We didn't ask to get attacked by those men," and he just keeps walking to Rakar.
He grabs your arm as you walk past him. No,
He's looking around.
You will not go anywhere until these questions are answered.
Skeletons. They were skeletons. I'm walking here. Those are their answers for your questions. Now let me go.
He doesn't let go. He has one hand on your arm and the other one he has on the hilt of his sword.
Look, clearly we killed them. It was a tough fight, but they're gone. Would you believe me if I said that we will always kill them?
You will always kill them?
Yeah, they show up occasionally.
So they were
Would you believe that
following
we
you
travel?
around.
No, they show up anywhere.
Yeah. It's funny that we've never seen anything like that here until you came.
Funny, because we tend to hunt and kill things related to this, so...
So, again...
Can you let him go and get our friend?
Your friend?
She gestures over to, the dead Vakar. The dead guy.
So you admit he's your friend?
Oh, no, I never...
Begrudgingly, he lets you go. And I assume you guys are going to tell me that these things just fell out of the sky.
Vardrak finally like puts his hammer away and turns around like, what would you say happened?
I have no idea.
And why do you assume we would either?
Well, they seem to know you. You particularly.
They attacked me and they attacked your men. They attacked everyone here and they just started blowing themselves up. So you're looking for someone to pin this on, is that it?
Pin this on. I don't think you understand how it works around here. There's nothing to pin. We're just looking for answers.
Well, when we have answers, we'll let you know.
Roll a deception check.
Skills. There we go.
He kind of... He completely sheaths his sword. And he, like, just stops and he's looking around. And he kind of looks over at one of the... Does anybody speak Undercommon?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Okay. I'm assuming no one does.
Yeah.
So he says something.
Nope.
He says something to one of the other drow, and he nods, and they all like get to work, and they just start like picking up like the debris that is spread out into the street, and one of them picks up a door that's been knocked off, and they're like trying to get everything put together.
Which one of you is in charge?
None of us.
Roger's gonna go over and check on Kirla and see how she is since she's closest to him.
Kirla's pretty beat up. I mean, she's her face is like blackened from the explosion, and she has blood pooling down from her cheek. And like as you get to her, she kind of puts her hand on your shoulder, and she's like, I'm fine. We need to tend to everyone else."
All right. Just take it easy. Lean on me. And he's like just helping her along. And is going to lead her over to Ricard.
Yeah, she kind of walks over and like drops to her knees next to him. And you see her like she's reaching underneath his chin and feeling. I don't feel a pulse. Does anyone know how long he's been gone?
I seen him show up to the fight, and once he turned this corner, I didn't see him anymore. I was a few minutes ago.
Ravage is like, it can't be more than a few minutes. She's like, well, here goes nothing. And you see her hands light up with this pure white light, and she like lifts up his head, like from underneath, like cradling the base of his skull. And like nothing happens for a second, and then you see him open his eyes, and his eyes are just pure white, and he's just like, that was glorious.
Looks at Batsu. This your guy?
Creepy motherfucker.
For all I know, he's probably stronger now because of it. Fuck.
Vardrak looks back with a glare at Grimble. And then, like, just he doesn't say anything at first, and he says, "Guards, what brought you to this area before the skeletons came?"
And they're like I said, they're busy like loading stuff up, and they're putting like the debris against one of the walls that's still standing. And one of them stops. It's like, your friend here was making quite a ruckus.
So I heard. Is there laws against disturbing the peace in this town?
Not necessarily, but when someone goes out on a crazy rant, grabbing random strangers and asking them their name, it tends to draw a little bit of attention.
I would suggest that witch on the other side of town stop giving random new people her opioids.
You guys listen to that old coot?
Well, someone did, and she jerks her head over to Grimble.
Vardrak then turns his attention back to Batsu. You vouched for this guy when he came to town. The only reason why he's living is because Vakta wills it so. I'm not going to talk to him right now because if I do, one of us is not coming back alive. I appreciate how you handled your friend or brother or whoever that was, Chato. Yeah, respect how you handled him back in town. I'll leave it up to you to determine how we handle Grimble, but I'm gonna get far from this area right now before I change my mind about him. And then Vardrak starts heading back to his room with his little entourage.
Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at this. Maybe. I'm okay at this.
You all notice that, like, all of the residents that Grimble was accosting and all that, like, they're all just back to doing what they were doing before. Like, no one seems all that alarmed of what just happened here, and the only ones that really seem to be responding to it are the guards.
Batu walks over to one of the guards. So, what do we go from here? You guys don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on.
Well, I have a feeling that you guys know more than you're leading into, but I don't have the time or the resources to dedicate to looking into it further. Make sure you guys get what you need and just get out of town.
Yep, nothing would make me happier than that. Look over at Grimble, and is he still like fucking out of it?
No, so he hasn't been out of it since like the battle started. He's been lucid ever since Vardrak smacked the fear of Christ into him.
Alright, I'm going over there, and he's like sitting down, dusting the dirt off of himself still, right? Or is he?
Yeah, he's kind of just sitting there like defeated, like what the hell just happened?
Alright, so Batu like goes over there, squats next to him, and he's like right in his face.
He's like,
and,
you know me. That wasn't me.
I know you. I know. You can be helpful. That you're going to be helpful to us, and that you wouldn't do that. But the boat ride, the old hag, something's not right about you right now. You need to take some time to yourself. You need to get your head straight before we start doing anything else together.
I need a drink.
Well, stay away from us. Stay in your room. Stay at the tavern. I don't care until you clear your head. Because you heard Vardrak. I'm vouching for you. If anything happens again, I'm done.
Yeah.
You're good at what you do.
Think anyways.
I greatly appreciate you helping us out, but I don't like you causing trouble.
But that wasn't me.
I know the skeletons weren't you, but before.
Well, even that,
Like I said, you need to clear your head.
And he gets up, he props himself off his gun, almost using it like a crutch. And he just walks away muttering, and he just kind of walks into the city proper.
Ricard, can you walk?
Yes, I'm fine.
How do you feel?
I feel alive. Surprisingly alive.
Let's go fucking get some rest.
He's just wide-eyed, looking around at everything.
Is Vodka still right there, or did she leave too?
She followed Vardrak.
Okay.
You know Melissa don't be moving her token.
No, I don't. Look, I'm over here with everybody else now.
Damn, you fast.
I know. I'm almost as fast as Batsu.
Almost.
Almost.
And let me check here. So why is this not listed? So what level is everybody?
12?
Yeah.
I think.
You guys are
Yeah.
12? Okay, so you need... Holy shit, seriously?
We level up?
1 billion points.
Okay, so you need 100,000 XP to level up. Or 120,000, but it's not nearly as bad as it seems because it just goes from one tier to the next. It's total XP. So you guys are actually pretty close to leveling.
Say we have no idea if that's a lot or not because we haven't been using it.
Yeah, I know.
Starting from scratch.
It's just really weird, like how it shows it on here. Like it's showing like total XP of, and maybe there's something else I have to set up somewhere. Anyways, so Rakar and Ravage are both level 6 now.
Ooh.
So while y'all's figure out what you doing, are you guys just staying straight? Oh, holy shit, level 6? God damn, they got 3 levels from that?
Apparently.
All right.
And you guys are you staying still just 6 barbarian, 6 cleric?
Yep.
No, Ravage is going to, all the rest of his points are going to all be in fighter.
I'll be back in 1 second, guys. You guys go ahead and figure out what you're gonna do with your levels real quick, and talk.
Okay.
Batsu goes up to Vardrock. Grimble's gonna be gone for a while.
I don't even have words for how much I want to kill him. And like as you're talking to him, like it's like uncomfortably hot near his like the closer you get. It's definitely coming from Vardrock. Batsu wouldn't be used to that as Divian was, but
We spent 2 months on a boat with him. I think if he had any ill will towards us or wanted to be malicious towards us, it would have happened long before now. I think that was probably related to whatever the witch let him have.
he attacked
It's
you.
not him. It's not him.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Wrong for him to attack us. It's the boat ride, the witch. Something's messing with his head. You seen him jump in the water for some fucking coins?
Yeah, I didn't know dwarves could swim.
But
Apparently, if
remember
they
that
chase
he
money.
also gave us the coins that he found.
So he's crazy and generous. That doesn't exactly balance out when he starts attacking his allies.
Which I think was a result from what the witch gave him. If he had
Yeah.
wanted to attack us, he had 2 months at sea in a small space to do it.
And to Batsu's point, him jumping off the boat, almost killing himself in the middle of a storm, long before he even met the witch.
I did jump over a river of lava down to a cave entrance with no way to get back. So are we the pot calling the kettle black here, or?
You jumped with a purpose.
And did you see how much money he brought back?
So because he lucked up on some treasure, it makes it okay. He got one pass because of you. The next time, there will be no words. There shouldn't even be a next time, because next time, someone may actually die. Ricard did die.
And it was amazing.
Okay, you're not...
That's no.
Listen, to provide life, you have to understand death.
Okay, so next time someone might die who won't enjoy it. There.
Right, and that's why I'm here to bring them back.
Yeah, not if he gets you killed too.
Well, that's what you and the bid guy are here for.
We'll see about that.
I have faith.
Once-
What fighter class did you want to go down for Ravage? Subclass.
Oh yeah, this is 3 levels. He's got to pick a subclass already. Brute.
Is that core?
No. I think that's Unearthed Arcana.
Oh, the ones that we were not supposed to be doing. That one.
Hey, you gave it the thumbs up after researching it. So.
If I don't have that one in here, I might have to. I might have to wait on that level up. Because I don't know why, but like each one is like in Fantasy Grounds, each thing is listed by its like its source. So like if I look under like the player's handbook, it has Champion, Battlemaster, Elder's Knight. But then if I look under Xanathar's guide, it has the Arcane Archer, Cavalier, and Samurai. It's like I have to go under each one individually. Yeah, I don't have that one. All right, so I'll add that later.
Okay.
And we'll pause on we'll just pause on the level up. Sorry.
Well, Ravage would actually chime up and say, I need to do something. I need to go out and complete a ritual of sorts.
I think you should probably give it a few before you do that. You're still bleeding from your ears.
He looks down. Whatever.
You planning on doing that by yourself?
No, I want to take the dead lover with me.
Making friends already.
Typically, people have an agreement when they're going out buddying in the wilds.
He looks at him and kind of squints like, are you saying you disagree?
I'm saying that I remain indifferent.
You said you bring the dead back, so if I fail, you can bring me back.
Unless we both die.
Yes. Well, isn't that always a possibility?
Your optimism is heart-melting.
He looks at Vardrug. Vardrug looks at him. They both shrug. Great. We'll get rest and leave in the morning. He heads
I'd be
over to him.
worried.
Vardrug's like, he's got a thing.
I'm just gonna drink.
What about you? Are you okay?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm fine. Yeah, it's great. Feel great.
I feel like a deception check is needed.
I'll roll.
Go ahead. You roll deception. He rolls perception to see if that he could detect your deception.
Can I roll perception with my muscles?
Roll perception with my muscles.
You and your muscles both fail that perception check.
I'm fine. Actively bleeding. I'm great.
You're trying to be too strong. He like puts his hands on your head and then he's going to use a cure wounds. Let's click that off. And how battered do you look? Like,
She looks like she's died 3 or 4 times, been resurrected 3 or 4 times,
and I
fell
look
through
like
the
I have
roof,
7 hit points to my name.
fell through a roof from 30 feet up. You know.
oh my god. This is why we don't skip training, my love. Why can I not select her? Oh, because I am I am Ravage. Let's correct that. Now,
Why is Ravage selecting your girl?
I mean, we'll discuss that later. All right, so 9, and we'll do do a couple lay on hands.
All right.
You feel the familiar glow and energy from him, and you feel a little bit better.
Thank you, love. But really, I'm fine.
I believe you. Just don't leave my sight. So that you can stay fine.
Oh. Oh no, this is not what's going to happen.
What? Your beauty?
You can't keep an eye on me at all times.
I know, but a man can try. Especially while you're bathing.
She sighs and pinches her nose and is just like, I.
What?
It's nothing. Do your thing in the morning. I'm staying here.
my thing in the morning? You mean our
said-
training?
You said you were going to do this ritual thing first thing in the morning.
Oh, Ravage is going to do that.
Okay.
I'm staying here. He wants to go do this on his own. He's been talking about it on the boat trip. I don't know. Something about a totem.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap. Bye. And she's just goes to their room.
Fine. Batsu, what are you gonna do?
He's in the tavern, not even sitting on a chair, sitting on the floor somewhere. Let my bleeding stop. My body kind of hurts.
Yeah, you should probably get rest too.
Oh, come with me to my room.
Okay. He's gonna follow.
And making sure no one else is following.
Kirla gets up to start following. He just like tells her, I'll catch up with you later. And then she turns and walks off, heading to her room.
So Boston is like holding his shoulder, like where it's most bruised at. He walks into the room and sits down on the bed. He's like, close the door behind you. I don't want anyone else to see this.
Kicks it closed with a back foot.
And you start to see his black and red hair turn white. His face that usually has like nothing on it. He has a small nose and a small mouth. His left arm is completely purple. It looked like there was internal bleeding for a while that just stayed like that. And he has scars across his face, his arms, his body. And he's just sitting on the bed holding himself like that.
Oh. That fight didn't go so well for you too either, huh?
I didn't get any of this from that fight. This is how I really look. You trusted me to handle Grimble, to even let him in. So you wanted to know what I was hiding. This is how I really look.
Why did you feel you needed to hide that?
I do it for myself and for my brother. And seeing someone this torn up in this condition, not really someone that's looks like they're fit to lead.
Should wear your scars proudly. I certainly do. He's like pulling back his armor plates. He's like, look at this one right here. I got this one as punishment for not holding my breath long enough underwater during my paladin training. Yeah, well, the scales kind of like grew over that. But anyways, it's still there. You can see it. And he's like going on and on about like different scars that he got over the years until you stop him.
He's just chuckling a little bit. He's like, yeah, none of my scars are any kind of battle or anything. This one, someone found out I was a changeling in one of the lower continents. The one across my chest, someone found out I was a changeling when I first got to Amethil. This one across my arm, found out I was a changeling when I tried to run away from a guard in Durian. These aren't what I'm proud of.
So a lot of this is because of what you are.
Right.
I can relate to that, being that I still have yet to find another like myself. I've had to travel until recently a lot with my head wrapped up so nobody could see how I looked. But I admit that I had heard the rumors and the talk about changelings, and I let that influence my perspective of you when we first met. That's a mistake I do not intend to make again. And I want to make sure that our home, back where we come from, no one has to expect to be treated like that again.
And like you slowly start seeing his scars and stuff vanish, and his arm goes back to normal. His face goes back to being plain and how it was. He like breathes out. Oh, hopefully I can start to relax more once all that gets situated.
Yeah, I think you will. Oh wait, you have to see this one scar, and he like starts undoing his pants.
Okay.
What? Okay. All right, yeah, maybe later. I've bragged enough.
I'm curious.
Me too.
Vodka?
What, I've been here the entire time.
So, well, you should get some rest. I'm gonna go do the same, and
Right.
we'll figure out our next move tomorrow. But I have a plan. I just don't know. No, I have an idea. I just don't know how to make it work. Oh well, we'll talk about it.
He like lays back in his bed and he's like, "Oh, before you go, if you manage to get the materials for me, I can probably fix up some of your stuff to make it better.
What stuff?
Equipment, weapons, armor."
You learned how to do that?
Yeah, just it's gonna take a lot of materials if you're gonna try this though.
His ears and his horns both perk up. How much do you need?
I don't know. He's like has the covers over him already.
Yeah, okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll find stuff. All right. He leaves out and slams the door behind him.
Did Vakta go straight to sleep after?
Yeah, if Vardrak goes back to the room, he's gonna see her just straight up snoring underneath her blanket.
Top.
Surprise training.
Who's surprised?
He is going to, as quietly as he can, take off his armor and everything, and like ever so slowly sit on the bed, roll over, and pull the covers up.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Got this. For before or after his armor is off.
Before, because you were doing it all stealthily.
Oh, damn it. Well, we'll see. Yeah, not too bad.
What is your passive perception, Melissa?
That's a good question.
I think it's only 12. Because it should be whatever your wisdom modifier is plus 10, basically.
Yeah, so it's only 12.
Okay. So, yeah. So, I mean, after being, beat within an inch of your life multiple times today, yeah, you don't hear him coming in at all.
Okay. Yeah, I can I can sleep like the dead, so I see it.
And Rakar and Ravage go to their rooms and Kirla to hers, and yeah, so you guys all get some sleep. So much deserved sleep. Everybody, go ahead and give me a percentile die.
I got something I want to do for the morning too, Cliff.
Okay.
Shit, wait, nope. I did it wrong. No, I dropped it. Come back here.
Okay. So in the middle of the night while you guys are sleeping, you kind of hear this dragging noise that seems to be coming from outside of your respective rooms. Enough so that it wakes you guys up out of a sound sleep.
Vardrak's gonna sit up and look at Vakta. Like,
When you look over towards Vakta, she is not in the bed with you.
I wake up and I'm like,
Where
looking
am
at the
I?
window, trying to find where this noise is coming from.
hammer in hand, he's gonna grab his shield off the floor next to him, and he's gonna run and swing open the door and look for that sound, since Vakta's not there.
Are you naked?
He is very naked.
Alright.
Yeah, didn't you hear him say he swung the hammer?
The hammer is his penis.
As you open the door, you see this creature that looks like half man, half fish. Like it has gills. Think of like Creature from the Black Lagoon type deal. And it is dragging Vakta down the road by her hair, and she is not moving.
Down the road?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, he's chasing after, and he's letting out a booming voice roar as he starts charging.
As you do, it kind of turns and looks over its shoulder at you, and it says something in this gurgly, bubbly of a language that you don't understand. And as it does, you feel your skin begin to stiffen and crackle, almost like chapped skin. And the more that you're running towards her, you're feeling this chappedness more and more.
He's in a rage. He's not going to stop. He's going to keep running.
Yeah, so he's still walking, and he hasn't quickened his pace or anything. He's still just dragging her motionless body behind.
He's going to charge with the intent to take a swing when he gets there, and pushing through whatever he's feeling right now.
As you get to about 20 feet or so away from this thing, he stops and he kind of turns like this, and he lifts Vakta up by her hair. And this thing's about 7.5 feet tall. So
short hair.
He's basically like got knuckles to scalp holding you in the air at this point, and your feet are dangling off the ground by whatever 7.5 feet minus your height is. So a good foot or so off the ground.
1.5, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Short.
And basically almost holding it up like a human shield in front of him.
Well, that's not good.
He's still charging with the intent to swing around her, like kind of like almost run beside him, turn and swing.
Okay. As you cock your arm back, your skin cracks open and begins to bleed.
He doesn't stop.
Yeah. So what are you doing then?
He's going to take a swing at this thing.
Okay. As you hit it, it makes this kind of slopping noise, and it reacts to it, but it kind of like pulls back, and he is attempting to like block the hits with Vakta. And as Batsu, what are you doing this whole time, by the way?
Yeah.
So, Batsu didn't react at first. He was still in bed, just looking around what's going on. But once Vardrak started charging with his booming voice, he started coming out after him.
Need to hide this so no one can see what I'm doing here on the stream. All right. Don't mind me here, guys. I'm just being inconspicuous.
Stop that.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. All right, so this thing is holding Vakta up by her hair, attempting to block every strike that you do with her.
So when he seeing the adjustment, trying to use her as a shield. He is um he's going to attempt to heal her.
Okay. You're free to do anything you want to do right now. Target, do whatever you're gonna do.
Like, does she look beat up? Like, how does she? Like,
She looks like she's sleeping, but you don't notice her breathing. You don't notice her reacting. Her being thrust about by her hair. She's not reacting. She is just ragdolling.
Okay, so no sign of breathing. Yeah, he's gonna test the waters by using a cure wounds on her.
Okay.
Let's see, do I see have her? Nope. Got Batsu targeted. That ain't right.
Are you
know-
sure?
We know who the real love is.
Hey, Vardrak is still a widow from Divian, so.
For now. Batu's just waiting, like, comes in looking like Deviant. Hey.
And casting that, does it seem to have any sort of effect?
No,
All right.
she is still lifeless for all intents and purposes.
And he's going to continue trying to attack the creature then.
What's Batsu doing?
About how far can I, or close can I get before my arm like start, or my whole body just starts peeling?
As of right now, not at all. You don't have that effect on you at all.
And Batsus keeps going, and he's yelling at Bardrock like, "What the hell is that? And why does it have Vakta?"
It doesn't matter. Kill it.
Yeah, Ferdinand Moss. He goes in and pulls out his sword. Are we free to make attacks on this thing?
You're free to, yeah.
A 2.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Do you want me to do that too or no?
Yep, I do.
Yay! Wow.
Hey, it makes sense.
It really does.
Do you want me to roll another 20 for that or no? Because it's not an action.
No, you're good on that.
Cool.
All right, Batsu, so you're standing next to this thing. You took that first swing at it, and as you did, as soon as you pull your fist back, you feel this pain, and you look and see your arm beginning to crackle like dry skin, like really bad dry skin.
Does that count as one of my attacks this round? Or...
It does not.
Awesome.
That's a hit. Yep, that's a hit too, obviously.
A 1.
You got a +8. What the fuck are you bitching about? I like how you just went up by 1 each time.
Oof. All right. There's the 3 again.
Go ahead and roll damage.
For the last one?
Yep. Don't
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. Cool. So as you swing that last swing, this thing turns with Vakta, and you smack Vakta.
I'm gonna pretend like it was intentional. I'm like, wake up! Like looking at Bardrock like, oh.
Yeah, wake up.
give
Full
me a
performance. Let's
yes,
go.
give me a performance check.
Or deception.
Yeah. If you're gonna if Vardrock's challenging it, it's a perception.
Oh, then he has nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right.
This is when you roll a nat 20.
Right.
All right. So you see him smack her like, "Wake up!"
He's good idea.
And you notice that as he hits her, like her body kind of just like wriggles to the hit, and then it's still just like dead weight.
Good. Vardrox is going to go. You know what? We're going to quicken a spell. Boom, boom. That costs 2 of those. And he's going to cast Whole Person on this creature.
It has no effect.
Okay. Then he's gonna go for some attacks then.
Okay. That is a hit.
All right. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna do this just a regular first level spell here.
All right. And when you quicken the spell, you did that as a bonus action. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then anything like, does it appear to have an effect with the radiant damage or anything?
When you hit it, I mean, it takes note that you hit it. You don't see any like additional effects that you notice or anything. Its skin isn't catching fire or anything.
All right. He's going to go for a second hit then.
Yep. That is a hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I already used my bonus, so I can't do that again. We'll crank it up a bit. We're going to do second level.
Okay.
Did I do my... Nope, let's put Divine Smite back on. And we'll add 1. Okay. And he's going to move around to block its path so it can't, keep going in the direction it was going.
It doesn't appear to be making any sort of attempts to walk away at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Done.
All right.
He's going to just like snarl it and just let her go.
And it kind of like smiles, if you could call it a smile. And you see it like run its finger down Vakta's neck, like from behind her ear down to her collarbone. And as he runs its finger down, you see just the skin start to open up and this bead of blood roll down. Doop, 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 doop. And it brings her closer and it licks the blood off of her neck. And then it turns and looks at Batsu. And you see like its skin start to split and these tentacles come out of it. And it just thrashes at you with these tentacles.
Reason. I don't know why.
Why do I have to be a helpless damsel? I don't like that.
I know. And then it turns back and it looks at Vardrak, and it like hawks this noise up.
Real quick
And-
before the attack,
Yep.
I want to make a reaction to it attacking Batsu
Okay.
and taking attack using Sentinel.
Okay.
So that'd be 3.
Wait, you have to roll an attack roll, don't you?
Oh shit! I guess I do kind of gotta do that, huh?
Yeah, you do. Okay, it hit. So I'll go ahead and move it back.
Okay.
Ooh. So it hawks this loogie at you, and it spits it directly onto your face.
Ugh.
And as it does, you feel this just start to like swell up in your nasal cavities and in the back of your throat. And Batsu, you looking on this, you're seeing this thing growing around, and it wraps around his face. And Vardrak, you are now drowning.
Okay.
You absolutely cannot breathe.
Okay.
Vakta,
Yeah.
give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
Perfect. Batsu, it's your turn.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
To see it lick Vakta's neck, I'm like, see it spit on Vardak. I'm like,
Ah!
I don't like this.
You don't like this? I'm not conscious enough to know that I hate this yet.
What do I have to do to get Vakta away from this thing?
Kill it.
I don't know. What do you think would get it?
Kill it.
I mean, it's holding on to her with so this thing is like a humanoid figure. It's about 7.5 feet tall. It is holding Vakta by the hair, and you've seen it also just grow out these these tentacles, where it has 6 appendages now that are like kind of floating and swirling around it. And the other hand has remained free. That's the one that it kind of did the thing on Vakta's neck. The thing and do.
You want a haircut, Vakta?
Fuck, make me bold. I don't care. I'm unconscious.
I know. What
I won't
want
know
to
that I'll
do.
hit you until later.
I know what I want to do. Oh, actually. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try a disarming strike on it with the attempt to disarm.
I like
Vakta
that, yeah.
from his
All
grip.
right, all
That's
right.
creative.
All right. So let's see if I can actually hit it. Probably not. That it?
That is a hit.
All right. How do I make it?
So what is your intention?
Make it drop Vakta, grab her, and take her away from this area.
So you see Batsu slice this thing, basically at the wrist, and it cuts its hand off, and Vakta falls to the ground, just ragdolls, and You see the thing kind of wince back, and as it does, you see all these like spirally tendrils coming out, and it regrows its hand. And the hand that's on the ground looks like just a pile of wet seaweed.
Thanks, I hate it.
So since those two would be my action to move her, would I be able to do that this round?
No, so to be able to pick her up would be an action.
All right, I'm where is it at? Fucking action surging. I'm grabbing her and taking her as close back to the tavern as I can.
Give me a strength check.
Awesome. I'm great at that.
Oh God!
Give me another 20, please.
Oh no!
And she at this point is just dead weight, and you fail to lift her.
Oh. Well, great use of an action surge. All right. So I'm still right there standing next to it.
Yep. And
All
it
right.
looks very angry.
She's on the floor.
She's on the floor.
All right, standing above her, and I am going into my patient defense stand.
Okay. Vardrak. Just out of curiosity, what does this do to you?
The patient defense?
No. John.
Oh, all right.
Heard a Windows sound.
Oh, okay. I can ring a bell when it's your turn. I've just never done it before.
Let's see. Oh shit! So he can't breathe.
Nope.
Condition-wise, what does that limit him to? Obviously, can't cast anything that has a vocal component, but
Other than that, I mean, you're free to do whatever you want to do. And the feeling that you get right now is almost like the feeling that you got when you had taken the potion to be able to breathe underwater. You almost get that feeling like you need to be in the water.
Does okay, so there's something that's growing like out of his mouth and
Yep.
wrapping around his head.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna try to pull it out.
Okay.
Like if it's something that he can physically grab onto, he's gonna do with he's just gonna try and grab it and yank it out.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Can it be athletics?
Nope.
Damn.
I don't see how you could do anything athletically with that.
Flex it off.
Flex my vocal cords.
And would this be a check or save?
Check.
Okay.
Because you're checking to see if you could do something. You're not saving from it. As you reach and grab this thing, it feels like you grabbed a handful of snot. It just mushes between your fingers, and when you try to pull it away, like you pull a chunk of it away, but it's still connected. We'll call that a bonus action.
Okay. All right. And still can't breathe, so he's gonna fucking hit this thing again then.
Okay.
Let me see. Is that nope, that's verbal too. Fuck it.
First swing.
That's a hit, but you're not targeting it.
Oh, I have to change targets there.
But that is a hit.
Okay. And that's right. So 1, 2, 3. First hit, and then he'll take his second swing. Ooh.
Give me give me another 20. Give me a Constitution save.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. He's like fighting and can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. You fall unconscious.
Okay.
So Batsu, you see Vardrak cock back, smack this thing, and then just immediately collapse. This thing makes a noise that you guys, almost like it's trying to say something to you, but it just sounds kind of like a gurgling, bubbling sound. No, how is that a thing? Did it again, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to target Batsu and it keeps targeting Vakta because he's standing directly on her token.
Reacting towards that.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Where is it at?
That's a hit.
Oh, okay.
So this thing, it's looking at Vardrak, and you see its tail kind of dart towards you, and you're able to parry the tail, and you slice it directly down its back. And as you do, like more of that like seaweed, that wet seaweed, just spills out of its back onto Vakta, as the body collapses forward and spills onto Vardrak.
I'm like panicking, rushing everything. I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry.
and this thing is like it's basically like just like a shell of itself, and it's like climbing forward like towards Vardrak's direction, and you're hearing it say something, and it's like Gyara Simot Taloroth. And then it just like falls into this wet slump of like plant. So you're seeing this thing just motionless there, like covering over Vakta and spread across, like it looks like it's just stretched out almost, as its innards are just all over this area here.
Vakta's still unconscious?
Vakta still hasn't moved.
And Vardrak is
laying on the ground doing the international I can't breathe sign.
And he got some like mucus on his face, right?
Correct.
All right. So I'm gonna take out one of my water skins.
Okay.
And pour it onto his face, try to wipe it off.
How are you wiping it off?
Like as soon as the water starts running, I'm like trying to like almost smacking it like vigorously, like try to shake the shit off of him.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So as you pour the water on and start smacking the stuff off, you feel like this sticky, like oozy feeling start to crawl up your hand, and you shake it off vigorously, and it just kind of to the ground. And you notice that as you poured the water on, Vardrak could breathe. You heard him gasp for breath. This thing is still on his face, but as soon as the water hit his face, he started breathing.
That's what I thought. All right, I'm grabbing him and I am tossing him into the river.
Okay, give me a strength check.
All right. I'm dragging him.
I'm encouraging him.
So you're dragging him. Vardrak, you are at 0 hit points.
Shit.
But you are conscious. You're no longer feeling like you are drowning. You kind of blink a few times and come to, and as the multi-images merge into one, you see Batsu grab you with both hands, like struggling to drag you backwards towards the water.
Can he breathe normally now, or can he speak?
You try to speak and it kind of just gurgles, but you're not having difficulty breathing.
He's gonna continue trying to like spit and pull at whatever's in his mouth.
I mean, as you're doing that, you're just grabbing wads of this shit, and it's just kind of dropping onto the ground. But you don't feel like you're making any kind of leeway with clearing it out of your throat.
As soon as I see Vardrak trying to pull it out again, like I'm going to where he can see me. I'm like, stop! Get in the water.
With whatever energy he can, he's going to power through and try and just dive into the water.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you kind of drag yourself up, still feeling kind of shaken and beaten a little bit from the lack of oxygen that you suffered for a little while there. And you drag yourself to the water and kind of just collapse into it. And as you're underwater, like instinctively you hold your breath for a minute, and when you can't hold it any longer, you let it go, and you're breathing just fine.
While he's doing that, I'm like, I got another water skin, and I'm trying to see if Vaktar reacts to getting wet.
Lucky Vardrak's underwater right now.
Thanks.
You pour the water skin on her and she doesn't react. She's still laying there motionless.
Awesome. Now I just look like a pervert.
Yeah.
Like that girl.
No.
Yeah, all right. Shit. Why do tieflings have to be so ugly?
Why do you have to roll a 1?
If I could do it with Dex, I would. I'm not too far away.
And Vardrak, you're free to do whatever you want to do at this point, John. Like, Vardrak's, he's conscious. He just has no hit points.
Yeah, Batsu's yelling out for Rakar, Ravage, Kirla, someone to come over here.
As you do, you get no response from anyone, and you notice through this entire thing, like, you haven't seen anybody.
Let's see here. As Vardrak's going to try and swim back to the shore here and pull himself out.
Yeah, you managed to. And as you get up and look down the way, you see Batsu, like, pouring water on Vakta and, like, shaking her, trying to get her to wake up, and she's still just laying there motionless.
He's gonna come over and just kind of, like, drop to his knees and it's like... Batsu would kind of hear him mumble something. It sounds like, I'm too late this time. And he's going to examine her with the medicine check to see if he can figure out, like if it's like a paralysis thing, like what's going on here.
She appears to be dead. She is not breathing at all. You don't see any sort of wound. You don't see anything. You check her. She doesn't have like the same type of mucousy membrane on her or anything like that. But she appears to be dead.
What?
He starts but it's all in Draconic. Glowing, and then the glow just kind of transfers from his body to hers as he uses all of his lay on hands in its entirety. I'm assuming it does nothing though.
It does nothing.
Why?
And then he's just kind of just like looking at her, like moving her face around, like he's just like, it's like not clicking that she's not waking up this time.
Batsu's leaving Vakta with Vardrak. He's looking through like the remains of this creature. Is there any more of that mucus stuff that looks like it's on the ground?
Give me an investigation check. As you're picking up this clump of matter that's there, it looks like wet seaweed. Even when you get to like where the head was and everything, you don't see the face that you saw before. Or you don't see anything. You just see clumps of wet seaweed.
Does Vardrak still have any around his head or face or anything?
You still have that mucousy membrane.
He's like tilting her head up, and he's gonna like take like a handful of it, and he's just like kind of like trying to put it on her face, see if anything happens. He's just looking like a pathetic sight right now.
Yeah, I mean, you grab a clump full of it and put it in her mouth, and it kind of like, you pry her jaw down a little bit, and it kind of slides into her mouth. And as you're holding there, she's just laying there, and it's just slowly oozing back out.
He picks her up and then starts walking over towards the water. And then he just kind of like walks in with her and is just kind of having her floating in the water, like kind of partially submerged. And he's just kind of like tapping her face, like, come on, wake up. It's okay. I'm here. It's fine.
Nothing happens.
And like he just has like the most desperate, broken look you've ever seen. Batsu. He turns and looks at you and says, I don't understand. She's not waking up this time.
Batsu's like still going through the seaweed. He's like, I can't find anything. I don't know.
He looks back down to her, and he's just kind of like fixing her hair and everything, and it's like, it's okay, I'm here, we can wake up now, we need to go home. And he's just like continuing, like he doesn't know what to do, like he's just lost.
I feel like this is all because last time I said I was Vakta the Undying. Fuck you.
It's like, yep, you.
Ha ha. If I'm really dead, I'm gonna play the most annoying fucking Kenku just to...
It's not like I can't kill a second character.
I'll keep making the same character. I'm here for my brother. I'm here for my sister. I'm here for... It'll never end.
So yeah, Vardrak, you're just sitting there watching her body float.
He, like, it's like finally like sinking in. Like, this is it. Like, this is not happening this time. And like he's just kind of like slowly like letting her go as she just kind of floats away.
Yeah, and there's a small current on where you're at right now, and as you let her go, you see her body just slowly start to drift towards the east, like underneath the destroyed bridge.
He's like his like head lowers, and he's just kind of like shaking it slowly, and then just like, and then you just hear him just say, "No, no, no, no." And he's just louder and louder. He just keeps saying, "No, no." And Batsu, from where you're standing, you start to feel the ground shaking. And like the water around Vardrak starts to like ripple.
Batsu, after searching through the seaweed, went running back to the tavern, yelling into the windows, trying to get someone to wake up.
In the tavern proper, there's nobody in there. Are you going to anyone's room in particular?
After shouting into the windows, he burst in, going to Kirla's first, then Rikar's.
Was Kirla... So you two were in a room by yourselves, right?
Vakta and Vardrak. Next door was Ravage and Kirla.
Okay. So as you open the door, you see Ravage and Kirla still asleep.
Shaking Kirla, trying to wake her up.
They don't move.
He goes running next door to Rikar.
And
Same
you
thing.
see the Rikar's in bed, and as you shake him, he doesn't move either. And you start hearing that dragging noise that you heard before. And it sounds like it's coming from Vakta in Vardrak's room.
Yeah, I'm going in there.
And as you go into the room, you see Vakta and Vardrak asleep in bed.
I'm shaking them.
What's
I
your
don't like
name?
this.
Yeah, they don't respond.
Batsu is freaking out a little bit. He's like, what's going on? He runs outside.
And as you run
Burst
out
open the door.
the room to the inn, you see that creature again. And it grabs you by the jacket, the two parts of the jacket. And it says, Taloroth. And it spits that thing on your face. And as it does, you wake up.
No more eating before bed, Batsu. Fucking Mexican food. Look what it does.
Batu wakes up yelling. He wakes up. He is screaming. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he starts banging on everyone's door.
Varchok and Vakta, you have no idea what the hell is going on right now. You have no idea why Batsu is banging on your guys' door.
How long does he bang on Vardrak and Vakta's door?
Until someone answers.
Oh God. Okay.
Vakta would have gotten out of bed and just like not gotten to the door yet, but shouted, "What?"
While you're hearing what, Vardrak is full on kicking the door open.
So Batsu getting slammed against the wall. He oh god, okay.
The Vardrock runs out, hammer, shield, nothing else. What? Where? What? Huh? Huh? There's something like swinging in front of you. But yeah.
You're like, oh, where's Vakta?
What? She's right here. What?
Is
what's
she
going on?
alive?
Yes.
Are you alive?
I'm fine.
Like, oh, oh my god. Okay. We need to get out of this place fast. We need to figure out what we're doing and leave this place.
Well, that's the idea, but what am I hitting?
And Batsu goes on explaining the dream, how Vakta was dragged away dead. I wouldn't be freaking out as much if Grimble wasn't talking about dreams and some of his dreams turned out to be real when he dove into water and actually found something.
So something in your dream grabbed Vakta in the night, and we fought it, and I started dying until I went into the water.
Yeah, you were able to breathe underwater after it did something to you.
And Grimble was seeing something that was reaching out to him underwater when we were on the boat.
He's seen something about the water.
Okay, we can either assume that these are extraordinarily vivid dreams, or we can assume that something is calling out to us. But whatever it is, let's say it is something calling out to us. How do we find it?
If it's something calling out to us, it doesn't sound like something I want to find, since the two people who have had dreams have had bad dreams.
Well, it could be a good dream if it means we're able to go in the water without any kind of harm.
Yeah, I mean, if we could breathe water, that would help with the storm. Because hell, my idea was that we're going to figure out how to make our boat fly over the storm, and then we jump in from the boat. It'd be awesome.
He looks at Vakta like, Garrett, there's your bad dream.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what my bad dream sounds like.
No, it'd be great. So we can fly over, and then we jump, and then... No?
Okay, so Batsu.
And at this point, like, Ravage and Kirla and Rakar are all, like, gathered out to see what the commotion is.
And Batsu's sitting on the floor like, everyone, it's fine. Naked Vardrock just scared me.
I can see why.
What? Oh, yeah. Which reminds me, Ravage, time for training. Let's go. He goes and pushes him back into his room. Then you start hearing, like, exercising.
So you said...
Exercising.
You noticed you were naked, said time for training, pushed him in the room, and then you start hearing, ugh,
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
What's the problem?
Ricard just kind of looks at Vakta and looks at Batsu. No, nobody? Okay.
You just let it happen. I don't want to know. She just... I'm gonna go downstairs and get breakfast.
All right. So I mean, if you head down, then Kirla is gonna follow.
I'm gonna order a. I don't know if they have anything that's a not fish breakfast, but I'll get that. Even if it's just fruit or vegetables or whatever, it's just a non-fish, non-seafood breakfast.
Yeah, I mean they have like eggs, they have fruit, they have like local sourced berries. But the majority of the menu is seafood related though.
Yeah. I'm still tired of seafood. It's been a day.
Batsu, what are you doing during their training session?
Batsu is walking around in the area that he's seen this thing.
Give me an investigation check. In the area where you guys were fighting it, you see that there are like signs of a scuffle, which you don't know if it's from what happened yesterday or
Batsu's just gonna keep walking around, and he is going to look for shady looking individual.
for shady looking individuals.
Yeah. He's trying to find someone from
The market.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, after you go walking around for a little bit, asking people about the market, someone finally responds to you. And they point you in a direction, and they're like, just head down this street. Last house on the left. You can't miss it.
Yep, goes right there.
And you see that it was the same. You see the same guy that you were talking to before, the young dark elf.
Balland. I have a few questions.
Right back.
He's like, all right, yeah, let's head out back. We can talk business there.
Yeah, and he's just like, looks like he's out of it the whole time, just rubbing his head and thinking, not even watching where he's walking.
Yeah, I mean, he just walks you out to an area in the back, and there's like this walled-in area with a small patio, and there's a stone bench out there, and he sits down on it. So what do you need?
And he's just walking everywhere right now. My buddy's having weird nightmares. He almost got locked up because of it. I didn't think too much of it, but now I'm getting some kind of nightmares. I wouldn't think too much about it, but some of the stuff that he dreamt about actually came true. Have there ever been any sightings of like seaweed type monsters in this area?
He kind of looks at you weird. Seaweed monsters? Gotta say, I've heard of a lot of weird things, but that's not one that I've heard of.
What about these humanoid things with tentacles coming out of their backs?
And he kind of like widens his eyes a little bit. You mean a sea devil?
So that is a thing around here.
I've never heard of it described as a seaweed monster. I've heard of fish people and other things, but I think that my grandfather used to call them saugans.
Are they common around here?
I wouldn't say common. We've had sightings of them, but it's usually to the east of here. I've heard people say that, that they're the reason that nobody comes back from Omen's Point. I've heard stories of krakens. I've heard stories of ghost ships. I've heard stories of the sea devils, but I've never personally seen one, though.
And sightings are common down east?
I mean, if you listen to the tales.
I guess that's a good lead as anything right now. Well, that's all I really wanted.
Like I said before, you guys, you'd be better off not trying to go that way. Whatever these things are that you're seeing, they seem like they're trying to tell you the same thing.
Well, I'm gonna try to find one of these things. We're not going there just yet, but I need to check this out for my sanity's sake.
Well, I would advise you to be careful. The sea devils are deadly by themselves, but they usually are found in packs.
Well, we could sneak up on them. Not too hard.
If you say so. It's your guys's watery death.
Well, I appreciate you helping me again.
If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Yep. And he walks away the same way he walked back there, just thinking about everything right now.
And Vardrak, after you and Ravage are done training, what's your guys' plans for the morning?
Just sent you a Facebook message.
Don't be sending me Facebook messages.
How else do I flirt? Dang.
That's true.
Ravage is going to pack his stuff up and get ready for his little, what's going to be planned to be like a one-day trip. He's going to go look for some bears.
Okay.
And he's dragging Ricard with him.
Yeah. Ricard's like, you want to actively find a bear.
Yes. The bigger, the better. We're going to fight it, and we're going to kill it.
You know that... Okay.
It will be glorious.
You see him kind of smile a little bit, and he looks Ravage up and down, and he grabs his amulet.
Ready to go?
I'm ready if you are.
Good. He slaps him on the back and let's go.
His hand's the size of his back. And they head off, and you overhear Ricard talking to some of the locals, asking if there's any bears on the island and everything, and they kind of meander out of earshot. And what's everyone else doing?
Making my way back to the tavern.
Ardrak's getting his gear on.
When Vakta's done eating, she's gonna go get her armor on and figure out what they're doing today, because who knows? She doesn't know what's going on.
As you're sitting there eating, Kirla's there and Rakar was there before Ravage came and got him. And Kirla's like, did you hear that? And Rakar's like, no. And then she kind of looks at you inquisitively.
I'm gonna pause and listen before I answer, because do you want me to roll perception?
Sure, you can.
Probably.
She's like, I thought I just heard Vardrak. It must have been nothing.
I mean, he'll probably come down for breakfast in a couple minutes. I've never known him to skip a meal.
No, I felt like he was like here talking to me for a second. It was really weird.
Yeah. Strange.
Never mind. I think it must just be a combination of everything that happened yesterday and new place. Don't worry about it.
No, just I'm just curious. What did Vardrak say?
I didn't really make out what he said. It was just it definitely sounded like him, and it definitely sounded like he was like right next to me.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not a big deal. I'm just probably overtired. That's all.
Yeah, we did have an exhausting day yesterday, so that could definitely be it. Being overtired. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Being overtired.
And Batsu waking us up like that was it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, if it happens again, tell me, and we'll figure something out.
Okay. And she kind of just chuckles it off and finishes her food.
Fuck you, John.
What? What did I do?
This comes back to you.
Vardrak is going to, after he gets his stuff on, he's going to come down and order up a nice plate of all parts of pig and deer and anything that has 4 legs. And start chowing down.
So like, we got some giant toads.
Let's do it. You knew I was going to say yes before you asked.
They say it tastes just like chicken. Only fishier.
Whatever chicken is, I love it. Let's do it.
Like, you never had chicken before?
Let's order vodka. Do we have chicken? Are you muted?
No.
Oh.
She just ain't talking to you.
I'm just like,
Do chickens have 4 legs?
no.
No.
Oh.
Everybody in unison. No.
Oh. Well, maybe not. I haven't had chicken. Do you have chicken?
The guy's like, grabs like a drumstick and just puts it on your plate.
he just like, and just devours it.
You're not supposed to eat the bone.
Yes, I'll have more of this chicken.
Yeah, so you guys finish your meals up. And like I said, Ricard and Ravage leave.
Did Batsu get back yet?
Yeah, he goes in as you guys are eating, and as you finish your meals, he's still walking back and forth, just thinking to himself.
Did you figure out that dream, Batsu?
No, we need to go find some sea devils, though.
Sea devils?
It's the thing that I saw that lets you breathe underwater.
Sorry, Sin, could you repeat that?
It's the thing I saw that lets you breathe underwater. You know, the thing that killed Vakta.
So the things you saw in a dream
That
are a real thing?
the
Yeah,
things, you want to find the things that killed me in your dream.
aren't you undying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I asked around. They're an actual thing. They're to the east of here.
Well, I guess if they did kill my Vakta in your dream, we should get revenge. Good thinking, Batsu. Let's get going.
Look at the
Do you know where, or are we just gonna start swimming?
yeah, look at the tavern person here, and what's to the east of here?
I mean, there's a few villages, but I think that if you're looking for sea devils, you need to be looking near Omen's Point.
God.
Everything about this place.
And for the record, I wouldn't recommend searching out sea devils nor Omen's Point. Nothing but death and misery.
Is everyone ready? I don't know. What are we doing? Are we going there yet? Or what are we?
These sea devils, do they speak a language that we can communicate with them?
They speak a language from what I know, but we couldn't really communicate.
Well, it's not going to do us any good. I mean, I plan on killing them, but you think that they could help us somehow. Is that it?
Yes. I feel like if we need to go down into the water, then that's our way down for longer than an hour.
Okay, so then should we just sail and then come across them and hope that someone can maybe communicate with them enough?
I'd rather not put this all on a chance. There has to be some way to communicate with them. Are there potions or scrolls or anything that can help with that?
You're asking the wrong person, and the only other person that knows magic around here is the lady that doesn't like you.
Yeah. Vakta, you want to go talk to her for me?
Oh God. She creeps me out. Bardrock, do you want to go talk to her? Wait, what am I saying? Oh my god.
Oh.
Like,
Uh,
his eyebrows
mind.
go for a moment. He's like, oh. You got this, my love. No one's better with people than you.
Right.
All right, I'm not going without a full plan of what we need information on, so let's.
Sea devils, communication, and locations.
Is there anything else we need? How to approach, subdue, kill.
If she has any information on them, as far as wants, needs, weaknesses, all of which could be helpful in either negotiations or fighting.
All right, I'll go talk to the sea witch. I don't like her.
Sin, give me a d20.
Nope, that's good. That's
There's
good.
19 other numbers.
That's fine.
Your shoulder that was like purple before, you feel a slight burn through it, like an ache, as you're sitting there talking about these sea devils.
Just rubbing his arm like it was like he's trying to pat something out. We need to get going. This place is fucking crazy.
Vardrek's going to follow her over, but he's going to stay outside with Batu.
Before Vakta goes into the witch's hut, she kind of casts Batu just this withering stare of just, I can't believe you're making me do this.
Don't break anything, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go on and talk to her? You're more than welcome.
I don't think she'll even talk to me.
Vardrek just kind of like nudges Batu, like, isn't she great?
Yeah, she got this. No problem.
Uh,
Best one of the group to do this.
okay, no. The scary thing is that that's true.
That is really bad. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really bad. Yeah, we're gonna send the assassin in to do diplomacy. What?
It's fine.
What?
Comes back with a
What?
bloody dagger.
Right.
It goes so well.
Diplomatic.
Didn't know anything. It just fucking-
Yeah, didn't find much out.
It's like, oh, maybe I should try. Oh.
Open story. Oh.
Just gonna close that.
All right.
All right, Vakta,
Right.
what are you doing?
She's gonna knock lightly on the door frame as she enters and call a hello into the shop as she walks in.
As you walk in, you notice that there's a slight haze, and you have like that strong smell, like when you were in there last time when she was smoking with Grimble.
Fantastic.
That actually sounds pretty cool, smoking with Grimble.
Grumble in there.
Do I see Grimble in there?
You can give me a perception check if you want to.
He gonna die?
You do not. And
Okay.
the 5-foot-tall elephant in the room, you don't recall seeing Grimble at all this morning.
I mean, he didn't stay in the tavern. He stayed in a cabin next to it, so I'm not really concerned.
Okay. And as you walk in, she's like, "Where's your shifter friend? I can smell him."
I made him wait outside. And
You know, there's no good company with a shifter. Sooner or later, he's gonna betray you.
not sure about betrayal, but he sure brings trouble. Anyway, I came here seeking information if you knew anything on a creature.
Okay. And she pulls out that long wooden pipe and takes a big drag out of it and like hands it towards you.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not a fan of anything that can clog my mind, except for alcohol.
This is just like alcohol, but better.
After seeing how my dwarven friend reacted to it, I'm not inclined, but I appreciate the offer.
He's a lightweight.
Doctor cocks an eyebrow and is just like, okay. Do you have any information on sea devils?
Lots.
Okay. One of my friends that I travel with is having dreams about this creature that, when described, sounds like a sea devil, and it sounds like a type of prophetic dream, and so I just would like to figure out as much about sea devils as I can in preparation.
Well, sea devils live in small communities, communicate with fish, typically keep a couple pet sharks laying around. Why are you looking for sea devils?
Well, I just said one of my friends had a dream about it, that their adamant is something to take seriously. They think it's prophetic, and that a sea devil attacked me in the dream. And so it's just gathering information on, is there any language we can use to communicate with them, or is there any way to communicate at all with them, to be civil with them, or if that's not the case, any ways to kill them, any weaknesses?
And as you're saying that, like, she starts walking up closer to you, and she, like, puts her thumbs on your face. She's, like, pulling your eyes down, and she's, like, looking at you.
Okay.
Well, the good news is I don't smell any curses on you. So the dream was probably just a dream. But I've never heard of anybody making friends with a sea devil. They got that name for a reason.
Oh, I wasn't intending to make friends, but just a understanding to not murder the fuck out of each other.
I don't think that they would understand that.
Alright. Then, just in case we run across them, what can we do?
She just reaches over and she kind of like pats you on your sheath.
Just stab them.
It's best to just not engage them. If you're fighting them, you're most likely going to be in the water, and they're most likely going to have advantage. And you're most likely going to die. But the fool's quest that you're on, you're most likely going to die anyways. So if it's by a sea devil, or if it's by a kraken, or if the sea itself swallows you whole, what's the difference?
You know, that is a very good point. But just so we have a fighting chance, do you know if there's anything they're weak to? If they're sea devils, or are they weak to fire or something? Devil, maybe something holy.
Give
Work
me
with me.
give me a persuasion check.
Ooh, I'm proficient in that. Which means that that's a 17 because I can't roll lower than a 10.
She's like, the only weakness they really have is the fact that they can't breathe air for too long. If you can keep one out of the water, you can essentially suffocate it. They call it the dry drowning. Terrible way to go.
Right. Okay. Well.
But if your friend's having dreams, that's the thing to be concerned about.
Why is that?
Weird things happen on the sea. And you were saying that your lightweight friend was having issues yesterday. And today, another one of your friends is having issues. Strikes me as weird is all. She goes and sits down in this chair and puffs on the pipe.
Do you have any idea what could cause dreams like that?
To me, it just sounds like something's trying to keep you from going to Omen's Point. And I think it's right. I think you're stupid for wanting to go there. I don't know what you were told you would get, but all you're going to get is a one-way trip to the bottom of the ocean.
That's what everyone keeps saying, but
But they all must be crazy.
oh no, I think they have very valid points. But the things I have seen in the past couple years, I'm not afraid of that right now. But
Well, what are you afraid of?
Doctor stops and tilts her head and pauses for a moment and goes, running out of wine. She's gonna hand her 10 gold and thank her for her time and leave.
And she kind of gives you this little cheeky smile and she slides the gold out. As you're walking out, she's like, and tell your shifter friend I said hi.
As soon as Voxer's out the door, she looks Batsuda in the eye and goes, she says hi. Just the most cheerful voice she can. Just, she says hi.
Well, what'd you learn?
Well, sea devils live in small communities. They talk to fish. They have sharks as pets sometimes, which is kind of cool, and I want one, but I don't know where I'd keep it because we don't have an ocean near the castle. And
I'll build you an ocean.
There's nothing we can really do other than try to fight them on land where they will suffocate themselves if it comes to that. But more than that, she thinks that since we said Grimble was having weird dreams yesterday and now another member of our party is having dreams, that it's likely just weird dreams to stop us from going and getting that artifact. So I think she might be right with that. Either the dreams are trying to stop us or they're trying to distract and delay us.
So she doesn't think that the dreams are from some sort of outside source.
No, and based on what I told her of the dream, she poked and prodded and pulled at my face and said that she didn't smell a curse on me.
Have you had one of these dreams? Because to my knowledge, it's only been Grimble and Batsu.
No, but I did say that I was the target of the sea devil in the dream, and she... I don't know. God,
Yeah, but it still wasn't you, though. Batsu, you go talk to her. And he starts pushing Batsu into the hut.
I don't think that's a good idea.
He's already pushing him in.
I don't think it's a good idea.
And then Bardra goes, hey, smell him. And then slams the door behind him.
Oh, God. Batsu's gonna die.
He'll be fine.
Batsu's just standing. He's just standing in there. He like looks at her. He's like, "I was sorry." Like,
I'm sorry for existing. Let me leave now.
You're muted.
So before that, did Batsu attempt to put up any fight? Or did he just like...
No, he had no idea what was going on, and he was in there before he figured it out.
She just looks at you and she's like, what do you want, Shifter?
Curse. Can you see if I'm cursed or whatever?
You were born cursed.
Yeah. Just whatever you did to her, the one that just walked out, can you check or whatever?
Oh, superstitious now, huh?
I'll have my hands up so you don't have to worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. She takes a big long drag on the pipe and she like hands it towards you.
No, I'd rather not.
Can't trust a shifter. She like blows the smoke in your face as she's like looking at you. No, I don't smell a curse on you either. Just your tainted blood.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. He just backs out.
Bardra pokes his head in. Did she smell you yet?
Just backing out. Like, yeah.
Are you cursed?
No.
All right. So, just dreams?
I guess.
Great. Then we just press on then. All right, so do we try and find these sea devils?
I vote no.
Oh, didn't you find out that we can drown them if we bring them on land?
That doesn't mean that we should go after them.
If we go towards the cove, we're gonna find them either way.
But
all we did was find out how to avoid death a little longer if we do run into them. That doesn't mean that I would like to seek them out.
well, they killed you. I can't let this stand.
In a dream.
Yeah. Can't let them get away with that.
Bardrock's a simple creature.
Thank you. Yes.
We haven't actually encountered any.
Not yet. Not till we sail east, apparently. Right, Batsu?
That's where everything seems to be headed.
All right. And that's where we'll get our revenge. Don't worry, honey. I'll defend your honor. All
Thanks. I was so worried.
That's all right. I'm the greatest. I know. It's what
Yeah.
what you call a humble brag, right?
Flipping through my medieval translator here, I don't see that one.
Oh. You want to go medieval translator? You want me to do this?
I don't.
I can speak that.
I'm good. I don't. We're good. We don't have time for that. Maybe next session.
You guys won't Dost thou is not Old English. That's early modern. You know better.
Well, let's go get our stuff and let's start heading east. Any other preparations anyone else need?
What about Ricard and Ravage?
We should wait for Ricard and Ravage just so we have more people. We should let Grimble know what's going on.
From what I understood, this is going to take a while. Is there anything that we need to gather before we head off anyway?
Well, we don't know how long we'll be traveling, so probably some rations would be nice.
What language did you say they speak?
Fish.
They talk to fish.
Do you know any fish?
Oh yeah, because I grew up on the streets of Jury and I spoke fish all the time.
Really?
No!
Oh.
She looks at Patsu and just goes,
You have to remember, Vardrick believes everything that you say.
I know! Melissa knows! Vakta's just like, sarcasm. He was starting to learn it at one point.
He thinks he has sarcasm mastered.
Yeah, he thinks he has a lot of things mastered.
He does. Okay, Batsu, let's go find one of your people that speak either fish or devil people.
I already asked already.
They don't speak either?
No.
What if... I could try something, but there's no guarantee it will work. I don't know. I had to go back to our room, and I'm going to try to do something that might help us out. And he starts walking.
Better.
What's Batsu and Vakta doing?
I don't even know.
All right, Vardrak.
Cliff, what language does this Kirla know?
Good question. She would know Common and Elvish.
He doesn't know Elvish. So he's going to grab her and he's going to go, like, in her room. He's just going to sit down. He's going to start, like, focusing on, like, have her just constantly, like, talk to him in Elvish only. And he's going to start focusing on trying to manipulate his mind to be able to understand that.
Is this a thing you have, or are you just trying to learn Elvish?
This is a he's trying to focus on using the spell comprehend languages, though he doesn't know how it works.
Okay. Well,
first level spell.
For Shiggles, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
You're in luck. That's an intelligence based. And Vardrak doesn't think anyone's smarter than Vardrak. Yeah, could have been worse.
Yeah, so I mean, it starts to just sound like Imanole, and then all of a sudden it's like coming through where it's like, okay, and now you don't understand anything I'm saying. I'm just rambling. First, I'm hearing you talking in my head, and then now I'm
He
just
stops
sitting
and goes,
here
"Wait, you can hear me talking in your head?"
You understood me?
Yes. But okay, wait. Are you still talking in the elf speak?
Yeah, in Elvish, yes.
It worked. Haha. Yes. But wait, you can hear me in your head.
No,
And then he
I hear you right now.
Oh, wait, hold on. And then he starts squinting at her.
Like, what are you doing?
Shh, shh, shh. Don't use your mouth words. Use your mind words.
She stares at you for a second and she's like, are you fucking stupid?
Is that how she talks to her king? Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Did she say that out loud?
She said it out loud, yeah. She's still looking at you, and all of a sudden you hear, this is ridiculous, but you don't see her mouth moving.
Ha! You said this is ridiculous.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. In your mind's mouth.
She's
Watch.
like,
I'm going to do it too. Wait. It's like the vein is like about to like pop in his head.
you just hear her like, so hot, but so dumb. But you don't see her say it.
So you think I'm hot?
This is ridiculous. I'm leaving. She just storms out the door.
And then he sends a message that says, "Wait, come back."
You just hear her audibly saying, no!
He says, "But you can still hear me though, can't you?"
Get out of my head, Vardrak!
Ah, it worked. And he runs, chases after her, grabs her up in a big ass hug and starts swinging her around.
She's like, what is the point of all this?
The point is, it worked. Like I wanted to use my mind's mouth to talk to you the way I talk to Asha, and it finally worked. And not only that, but you use the elf talk, and I can understand it. So yes, I am a genius. And then he like turns and storms out trying to find Vakta.
She's like, can we stop calling it the mind's mouth? That's weird.
Like, come on, follow me.
And begrudgingly, she's following.
And he's heading back to find Vakta and Batsu.
And what are Vakta and Batsu doing this entire time?
Probably trying to gather rations. She's probably going to, what's the name of that shop? The Rhinestone? The guy that has the not fish meat. And she's gonna see if he's got any jerky or trail rations.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily find like not easily perishable rations.
Awesome. Batsu, how long do you think this is gonna be? How many days do you think we'll need?
A month, 2 months, a week. I don't know.
Well, a month's worth of rations for, and she's like, you, me, Grimble, Makar, Sharon, Vantage. Vardrak's gonna need 2. She's like, we can't. That's a lot of food that
I know.
he's probably not gonna have enough for us. Mm.
You guys can right? You can
I'll
the
get-
food on the way.
Oh God, you turned into a robot.
What, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
So, what'd you say?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What'd you say?
Okay. I said, you guys know how to hunt, right? You've been out in the wilderness long enough. Okay.
I've had rations. I mean, theoretically, I know how to hunt. That doesn't mean I can cook it. And Vardrak likes it bloody. So it's just the rest of us that have to worry about it. Oh God, I can't cook. Maybe Healer knows how to cook.
How have we been surviving?
Probably the guys that ran the boat. And for the rest of us, rations.
Yeah, so you guys were like catching fish and
Like
whatnot
looking
on
at
the
his
boat.
bag. Like looking at his bag, he's like, why are we so bad at this? I thought we were good at this.
No. We'll just get as much as we can and worry about it when we run out, I guess. Cause shit.
We're gonna be on the water. We're gonna find fish, right?
Oh God, I'm so sick of fish.
And let's get a bunch of rations.
Vakta and Batsu, give me insight checks.
God. I am not wise.
Wow.
So
I am not wise.
Vakta's like, how many days do you think we're going to be on the water? Like 30, 40. And Batsu's like, it's probably only like 3-4 days out.
You don't know how much Vardrak eats. I have to plan for like triple the time.
Let's get like a week's worth. Some for there, some for back. For each of us. You can, I don't know, Vardrak can have like 3 times, 4 times our rations, I guess.
And are you guys standing in front of the rhinestone while having this discussion?
I figure we're having this conversation while
Yeah.
we're walking there.
Okay.
Bob.
On the way. Why is-
But once we're there, I'm still like, how much jerky do you have, and how much would it cost for all of it?
He's got, well, I probably have a good 20 or so pounds of jerky in the back.
Perfect.
I mean, I'd be willing to let go of it for, say, 25 gold.
She's immediately like pulling out her coin purse and like just 1, 2, 3, and just stacking gold on the counter.
You wanna split it? I
If you
feel
want.
like you should be buying everything every time. You know, I'll pay for it all. Don't worry about it.
She just slides it all back into her coin purse and just tucks it back away.
All right, so, yeah, so you gave him the 25 gold, and he gives you guys 20 pounds worth of jerky.
I'm good with it. We'll split it up between everyone. I'm not gonna carry 20 pounds of jerky by myself.
I mean, how are you getting it from the store?
Is it like in a bag, in a barrel, or
A crate.
Yeah, I mean, he brings it out in like a hand cart. Like, it's 20 pounds of jerky.
much
That's a lot of
for-
fucking jerky.
uh,
I'm out
do
of
you want to
jerky.
part with the cart too? Or I could bring it back.
He's like, sorry, the cart stays.
Oh.
It's not fish, therefore it is best.
Oh, open your bag. We could just stuff it all in there and then divide it later.
Oh God, Vakta opens her bag and the world falls out of it.
That just means I'm doing rogue right, okay? Fight me.
So he gives each of you 10 pounds of rations. I'm adding it to your stuff right now, so you don't have. Did you already add it on here, or do you already have fucking 24 days worth of rations on you?
Oh, I'm sure that those are long gone and I never got rid of them. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say you have 5 days worth of rations on you then.
With 10 pounds of jerky?
Mhm. Well, a day of rations is considered 2 pounds. Don't ask why. 5e.
Okay.
All right, so I updated it for you already.
Basu putting this in his bag. He's like, why are we so bad at this?
Do you have any other better plans that don't involve seafood?
We're gonna be on the water. You can get a fishing pole.
Yeah. And as you guys are having this discussion, you're hearing Vakta or Vardrak yelling, "Vakta! Vakta!" You see him like running towards you guys.
Quick, hide your food.
You just like shoop into the bag. What?
He's like, okay, great news. I got my brain changed to where it can understand other things. Yeah,
Don't say it.
you with me?
Don't say it.
What? He's like, send a message to Kirla. What's the proper word again?
Telepathy. She says it out loud.
Okay, she said with like, okay, the wrong mouth, but she used telepathy. Oh, I used telepathy, and it opened up a telepathy thing, and we talked to each other. But we also was understanding elf speak, which I don't speak elf speak, but my brain now speaks elf speak. When she spoke it, then I understood it. You got me? Isn't that great?
He won't stop.
She looks to Kira and is like, explain.
He won't
And if
stop
Vardrak-
talking to me.
If Vardrak tries
Telepathically.
to say anything, she just holds up a hand and is like, nah, Kira, go. Explain.
It's like he won't stop telepathically communicate. Shut up. Shut up. He won't stop. It's exhausting. This entire time we've been walking, he's been nonstop talking.
It's fantastic. She, like that same mental connection that I have with Asha, like me and Kirla have it now. Isn't that great? We have
Oh
a
my
special
god, I'm
bond.
not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Wait, what? Why would you be crazy? I don't get it.
I've been hearing you in my head intermittently since before we got on the boat, and I honestly thought I was losing my mind, and I couldn't say anything about it because one of us has to be sane, and you have a talking blood weapon.
Fucking Bob. his like expression goes from like super excited to like this kind of like disappointed frown. He's like, "Wait, you've been hearing me this whole time?"
I'm thinking I was insane because I didn't know what was going on.
I've been trying to make this work to see if it was possible, and I wanted it to be with you, and you didn't tell me. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You get your food and stuff.
I got some.
All right, let's go let the crew know. Let's find out if they're ready to ship. He turns around with like just the complete opposite energy that he had when he ran up, and he's just like just walking off now.
This is fun. Never know what to expect with you guys. Chewing on a piece of jerky.
Keeler's like, he pouts in his mind.
I thought I was crazy. I've been panicking for 2 months now that I was going insane. And
Communication helps in a relationship.
you shut the fuck up.
She's like, he doesn't understand why you didn't tell him.
His shoulders are all slumped, and he's like, he sees a rock, and he kicks it, keeps walking.
He just said in his mind, I just killed that rock. Please go talk to him. Please go talk to him.
Kayla, let's go get some more food.
Okay.
Leave Vodka for this.
Vodka's gonna trail after Vardrak and like put a hand on his shoulder and be like, let's go talk things.
I don't see why you want to talk.
Oh my god.
You hear in your mind Kira saying, stop being a baby.
No.
Did you say no out loud?
No, he says in his head.
Okay. Just come on, Vardrak.
Fine. He like reluctantly walks over like a little child.
Well, one, I didn't tell you because we were on a boat with several other people with no privacy. And if word got out that, not only does the king have a voice in his head from a cursed blood weapon thing, but the queen was also hearing voices, do you know how fast our kingdom would crumble? Over the premise of what would be two insane rulers? I didn't know it was you. I just thought I was hearing voices, and if I'm gonna hear a voice, it's going to be yours.
The people don't know anything about this weapon or how I communicate with it. You knew.
That's true. But that doesn't stop.
It's
When-
fine. It's fine. Like, Ukto explained to me, like, you lived on the streets and you don't like talking to people, so you don't tell me things. I get it. I've accepted it. We can move on. Let's go kill stuff.
She's gonna just like put a hand on his shoulder and like look at his face, be like, "You want some jerky?"
He's like, Yes.
We're just gonna hand him one of the rations of jerky and be like, "Look what I found."
He's like looking away from it, snatches it.
Subtractor from your inventory.
Yeah.
No free jerky for you.
Damn it.
Fine, I don't care.
You do care.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're being grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
You're being grumpy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
This shit's too real.
You're grumpy.
Do you know how often I solve problems with food? Hey, Bob, do you want a brownie? do you want to bring me one too?
Is he gonna bring you a cosmic brownie?
The cosmic brownies are the fucking worst.
Oh, they're so good.
No. Fudge rounds.
You're a fudge round.
True.
So yeah, so you guys are over near the tavern talking. Batsu and Kirlo walked away. Rakar and Ravage are off on a pilgrimage. What's your guys' game plan here?
Defeat Vardrock until he loves me again.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, there's not enough food here.
We go get the crew, get on our boat, and go find these sea devil people, whatever. He gets up and starts heading back over to Batsu and Kirla.
That's your cue, Sin.
Oh. So, how'd it go?
Fine, let's get our people and let's get on our boat and go find these devil people.
Batsu says in Elvish, I call bullshit.
Why do you call bullshit?
Oh,
This is back
okay.
in common.
I'm testing something.
The problem is I can't speak it back yet. I can understand it, but I can't make my mouth form the words in return.
What about through your mind? Can you speak it back?
I don't know. Let's try it. And like he like stares at Batsu and he's like trying he's like, okay. In common, he says, "Can you hear me?"
Do I hear him?
Is he saying anything to him?
Yeah, and he's trying to use message to say, "Can you hear me?" in common to Batsu.
Then yeah, then you would hear it then.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna.
You got to point your finger at him though.
He's like, okay, now say something in Elvish in your head, and I'm gonna see if I can respond in Elvish.
It thinks in Elvish. I don't understand what's the pointing for.
All right. Give me a deception check, John.
Deception.
Yeah.
What is he being deceptive about? He's not really trying to deceive anyone. He's trying to see if it actually works.
So he tries saying something back in Elvish, and it sounds like someone reading back a foreign word that they heard. So you hear him like in common say like Irelaya.
He's like, huh?
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. But hey, at least you can understand what they're saying.
I guess it's the start. Think that's good enough to make some sort of communication between us?
If you could hear what they're saying, if we go to them without weapons drawn, we can gauge our reaction to how they respond. Because I'm pretty sure everyone that's seen them so far have been hostile. If we go without ill intent, who knows?
Well, we don't have a better plan, and as we've been told since we've gotten here, no one has survived trying to go into this storm. Well, at least no one has come back.
Yeah. You ready to go die?
Sure.
All right.
Yes, Facta?
She must be using Thieves' Cant.
No, she just can't.
Accurate. Can we try the not dying part? I don't like that part. Please.
We have a plan. I'm glad we have a plan.
I don't know if I would call it a
After
plan,
if we
but
fail-
okay.
We have a backup plan too. We can make the ship fly. Right, Vardrock?
Exactly. How do we do that?
We gotta figure it out if we decide not to go with the first plan.
Deception check.
I'm actually good at that.
You can attempt to perceive his deception if you want to, Vakta.
Why not? Aw.
You feel like comfortable that he feels confident in what he's saying.
So maybe we can find like one of those tinker people. Wait, Grimble tinkers. But I hate him.
He still came out here with us. We should find where he's at and have.
And then have him make our boat fly, and then I kill him. Right?
You said you were going to give him a second chance.
How long does this chance last?
Until he fucks up.
What if I kill him before he fucks up?
Oh, then you didn't give him a second chance and you went back on your word.
He's still breathing. So he's living out his second chance.
That's not how that works.
Right. So it was you who decided that he gets a second chance. So I just need you to say that you rescind his second chance.
I'm not yet, though. Not until he fucks up.
What if I don't like the way he looks at me? Is that's fucked up in my head.
I mean, you are the king.
See? Kira gets it.
No.
She thinks I'm cute too.
Oh, really?
I never said that.
She said with her mind mouth. Oh no, telepathy. And that is that how you say that word?
I'll be in my room.
We're all so good at this.
Is that the same thing as I'll be in my bunk?
Basically.
I get no answer from Cliff, so the answer is yes.
Okay, let's go get our crew. I guess we should find Grimble. Anybody know where he went?
Probably where there's beer or some kind of
Okay.
alcohol.
Then back to the tavern?
Are there any other places that?
Well, I guess let's start there. And then if not, we'll ask the tavern keep where other taverns are.
There was the bar that the guy who runs the Rhinestone pointed out to us.
Okay, let's go there.
The sandbar.
The sandbar. This fucking puns.
All right, you got to get there.
It's across the street from the Rhinestone.
I
He
don't know where
pointed it
anything
out
is.
to us. It's
I wasn't paying attention.
Victor just starts walking.
He's like, what?
Yeah, we're following.
Yeah, so you guys get there, and the bar, it's just this little like counter with some barrels behind it, and then it's almost like a cabana, has like a pergola type top to it, and then there are some tables, and the entire area is just sand at your feet. So it's literally a sandbar.
Any sign of a dwarf?
Not the one you're looking for.
Can we just take that one?
No.
Why not?
Hey, new Grimble.
My name is Stelius. What?
I quit. I'm gonna lounge here and retire and spend my days in the sand.
All right, well,
Walking. Go up to the dwarf. Has there been another dwarf around here? Heavy drinker, dirty shirt, scar on his face.
You narrowed it down to about half of us.
Carries around a
He carries a
weird weapon on
gun,
his back.
white beard.
Oh, I seen him here yesterday.
Didn't say anything.
No sign of him today?
He asked you for your name.
No.
All right. He's
Alright.
cooled down.
He just asked those 32 people. No.
Alright.
No, he seemed rather somber. He sat at that table over there and didn't say a word. He just drank.
okay, so where now?
Well, if it's helpful at all, when he left, he went that way. They point down to the path to the left of where he is. So, like, to the right of where Vakta's token is. I'm sorry, to the left of where Vakta's token is.
Okay. Well, let's start walking that way and ask if anybody's seen him.
Or hopefully we find someone with communication skills. Give side eye to Vakta.
This is the game we're gonna play.
Fox is like walking behind you guys. He's like, oh.
I'm not sharing my jerky with you anymore. Takes a bite. It's mine now.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Has the ability to say things to you directly in your mind. Chooses not to.
Nope.
Just throwing shade out to the world.
Proficient in pettiness.
Well, I'm double proficient in it.
So if you guys walk down that street, you'll come to an area where it turns off to the left, and there's like a little dip where there's this pond, and then to the right, the road continues off towards the ocean.
Any people around?
Yeah, there's a lot of people around.
Any guards around?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Down the end of the way, you see a guard who just came out of a building and started heading towards the south.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stop him.
You gonna go stomp him?
Right. Motherfucker.
Well,
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm gonna go call a guard. Have you seen a dwarf, white hair, scar on his face, carries around a rifle, a weird weapon on his back?
You recognize it as being one of the guards that you've seen yesterday.
What
So
is
he's
your
like-
name,
he's like,
dwarf?
Your friend, huh?
Yes.
Last time I seen him, he was walking down the beach. Outskirts west of town.
Awesome. Let's keep going on this scavenger hunt. Yep, going to the beach and seeing what we could see.
Vardrak's just following you, and occasionally, Batsu, you hear in your head, "Can't believe she's not going to say anything." Mumble, mumble, grumble, grumble.
it's whiny ass
The whole time
bitch
we're-
over here.
The whole time we're walking Vakta, you hear Batsu like, yep. Yep. Yeah, I feel you. Yep.
Is he talking to you now?
No, I'm talking to the ground as I walk. It helps me concentrate.
Rolling perception.
I guess roll deception on that one.
If
Our
she believes
performance?
that, I really hope she believes that.
Bitch. Oh.
Are you gonna call him out on his bullshit?
Yeah. Like, really? This is what we're gonna do now. Everybody's mad at Vactor Fan Club. Cool.
Vardrak like looks at you and just he doesn't have a good poker face.
Just walking faster, like, oh, come on, let's find Grumble, let's get the hell out of here.
And Vardrak, in your mind, you just hear, You should have killed him when you had the chance.
Broderick says back verbally, yeah, I think maybe you're right.
You're
Wait.
stifling our powers. We could be so much more.
Oh, our powers now? Our? I tried to make it us, about us, a long time ago, and you weren't having it. You want control, and I told you won't have it. He's saying this all out loud, very loud.
But it's just like, he's not talking to me anymore. I ain't arguing with him. This isn't us anymore.
He's like, you fool. It's not about control. It's about trust. And if you won't even take the chance to take the life forms that I feel would benefit us most, then there's no trust.
Trust is earned.
Yes, and when one is not given a chance, then it leads to misunderstandings and misinterpretations of actions.
You have told me nothing but what you want, what you demand, and then endless taunts. Where was trust supposed to be formed from that?
Look at this person here. Can you tell what type of soul they have?
Don't know, don't care.
Don't know, don't care. Where do you think that the power comes from? What about this lady here? Would killing her give you more power than killing him? What about that child? You don't know. You don't see things the way I see things.
Yes. This may be correct, but you have not wanted to work as a team. And children are definitely out of the question.
Well, the child's inconsequential. Its life would do nothing for us.
Good, because that's not an option.
But that guard...
Oh, so you want the guard. Before, you wanted me to kill Batsu. That's not happening either.
No, his soul would definitely be powerful.
Yeah. And that's the point.
Your short friend, too.
You want me to kill people who benefit me and benefit my cause. You have a reason for why we came to get you. And you're working against that.
I'm working towards it. You just cannot see the bigger picture. Do you think that I want to kill your friend there because he's your friend? Or maybe because he's more powerful than any of these dimwits that are walking around near us?
We had an opportunity to kill far more powerful people. And you decided that you were not going to work.
That was me giving you the same treatment you give me.
No, I've been continuously feeding you. And for what? For you to turn on me? For you to attack my city? For you to attack this city?
You fed me to save yourself.
And now I don't feed you at all because all you want is more power to then attack me and my people.
It's no matter. I see the way that this is going.
Yeah, I don't think you do. But you will.
It looks like we seem to have surprises cooked up for one another.
I think we do. You will pay. You've come after my Vakta after I explicitly told you not to.
And you just get no response now.
I'm saying, yeah. That's what I thought. He keeps walking. Even though Vakta and Batu heard all of this from his side, he's just not going to even explain.
He's like nudging Vakta. He's like, I don't think he's going to kill me still. That's good, right?
He's like, good news is I'm safe.
And stuff like this is why I didn't respond to the voices in my head, because I didn't want people to see this.
Yeah.
It doesn't even understand. Cool.
He yells back, "Let's find this dwarf and let's get the hell out of here."
It's almost a little grumpy.
He said it out loud. He didn't say it in my head. All right. This is progress. Let's go.
He's in the mood now.
So as you guys head off to the west, you go around the large walls surrounding the keep that's there. Cut through a small patch of palms, and you're on the little beach that's separating the city from the other side of the canal. And there's no sign of Grimble anywhere.
Can we just accept that he's left, maybe found a fisherman crew or something to join or betray us for, or shoot them or whatever the hell he does?
Why would he?
Why would he attack one of us?
I think it was the drugs the witch gave him, but nobody else seems to be sharing that view. So, whatever.
Again, he was flipping out on the boat before we even got here.
Because of a dream similar to the one that Batsu had. Are you going to also flip out on Batsu and not trust him anymore?
Batsu didn't attack one of us.
Yet. It was... Cliff, wasn't it a couple days before we got to the end of the boat trip after Grimble had his dream?
Yes.
Grimble didn't flip out until days after his dream. Batsu just had it last night. How do you know he's not going to flip?
Fine. Don't.
And Grimble said he was fine too. And she's going to turn and look at Vartrak and be like, it's because he attacked me, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I don't care. And I'm just going to say he automatically fails that deception check. Not even going to roll it.
And then you hear the voice again. I think she's saying that your other friend may trade you, may flip on you too.
Jesus Christ.
You suggesting that it's only a matter of time before Batsu attacks us?
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
You want to take my weapons? I'm not.
Batsu, you planning something?
Take his hands.
You can go inside my head. You know what I'm thinking, I think. I don't know how this works.
Also, you hear in your head, are you plotting something?
Batsu just like his hardest to concentrate. He's like, Batsu will not attack you or your friends.
He looks back at Vakta. I read his mind, and he's not plotting anything.
I'm sure Grimble wasn't plotting anything either. Jesus Christ.
How do you know that?
I don't. But we trusted him enough to take him on this journey. We were on a small boat with him for over 2 months. And it wasn't until after he had those weird drugs from the witch that he started acting weird anyway.
No, trust is earned. We got into one fight before we made it to the ship to start this voyage in the first place. That was not enough to earn trust. Our very next battle is because of him, and he attacked you.
And you hear, there's only one way to find out. and you feel the blade just shing.
He looks back and like, no, we're not doing that. I read his mind. It's cool. It's cool, Batsu. It's fine.
Yeah, Matsu's like already pulling out his weapons, putting him down on the floor. Like, it's cool, man.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. And oh.
So, how about we go back to the inn? We pack up, get ready to go. If he hasn't made it back by then, we just have to leave without him. We can't put this off any longer.
Yeah, I'm done chasing him around.
All
I
right.
told him to cool off until he got his head straight. If his head's not straight by the time we leave, then who knows what can happen.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be a small boat with someone that I can't trust.
Shink! The blade goes back.
Slowly putting his weapons back on.
Shink! It goes back out. I'm joking about the last part.
Yes. No. No.
Shink, 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 shink. So by this time, sun's starting to set.
All right, fine. Let's go back to the inn and we'll leave tomorrow then, I guess.
All right. Roderick starts heading back towards the end.
So by the time you guys make it back there, the sun is pretty much tucked behind the horizon.
When they get near the inn, Vakta's gonna knock on the cabin door that Grimble was staying in and just call out, Grimble, you in there?
No reply.
And she's gonna go inside. The inn, not his cabin.
It's just going in anyway.
You want to answer? Fine. I'll just let myself in.
To be fair, I think we've done that before.
Yeah, we have. Vardrak's not going to be in your room when you get there.
Then you hear training noises coming from Kirla's room.
Wait, they're not trained.
All right.
Possibly canon.
She's just gonna get ready for bed then. If he's not there, she's just like, oh, he's mad at me, and just like, doesn't care. She's just, what's she gonna do about it?
Batsu? Batsu not on mute?
He's going to his room, and before he actually goes to bed, he is going to spend an hour or two to actually meditate.
Okay. Are you meditating on anything in particular, or?
Just his bed, just sitting there.
I meant like
cross-legged.
mentally, like.
Oh.
Are you focusing on anything while you're meditating?
No, he hasn't really done this since he was a child, and with his head going crazy with the dreams, he's just trying to focus down on things again.
All right. And Vardrak, what are you doing?
He is next door in Kiela's room. What he's doing, you would have to find out if you go in that door.
I mean, I know what he's doing, but you forgot to close the blinds.
Be starting shit, Cliff.
All right. So you guys fall asleep. And Vakta, when you wake up in the middle of the night, Vardrak still isn't in the room.
Haha.
Tick off your 1 box for comprehend language.
What do you mean?
I gave you a long rest just now. So you use comprehend language, so you'd have to
for
take
the
that first
spell,
level
you mean?
spell. Yeah.
Okay, yep, got it.
Yeah, Vakta's just gonna think that she royally fucked up and probably just cry herself back to sleep.
As you're laying there crying, you hear the sound that sounds like a child.
Okay.
And
Like outside or
it sounds like it's
my door?
outside. It sounds like it's outside the door. But it sounds like the child is crying, loudly.
What kind of keyhole does the door have? Are our keys like skeleton keys? Can you like peek through the keyhole?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna sneak over and do that. So do you want me to roll stealth and perception or just perception?
If you're trying to sneak, I need stealth.
Yeah. I'm quiet. I'm quiet as shit.
You are the absence of sound. Fucking 32. Goddamn.
I am the sound of silence. And peeking through the door.
Peeking through the door, sitting on the ground in the middle of the road, you see a child with its back facing you, sitting with its knees up, like basically like hugging its own knees, sobbing heavily.
Facta's really soft-hearted, but she's also... Yeah, no, it's a child. It's a crying child. She's gonna go out there.
Murder it.
And as you go out there, you see that it's this this little tiefling child, like a deep red skin, and it is just bawling.
Vakta's just gonna kneel down on one knee, not within touch range of the child, but a little further back, and she's just going to call out gently, "Is there anything I can do to help? Are you okay? Are you lost?"
It turns and looks at you and locks eyes, and he just has like these big doughy eyes just full of tears, and he kind of like points off down the road, off one of the offshoots, not the main road, and he's like, "They killed everyone."
Who killed everyone?
The mean men. The mean men in the big armor.
Can you tell me what they look like?
They're really big, and they had swords, and they killed everyone.
Voctor's gonna look out of the corner of her eye in that direction. She's still facing the child, but looking to where they pointed. And does she see anything?
No. You see that there's there's a road that he pointed down, and it kind of curves off a little bit. But all you see is the road.
Do you have anywhere safe to go?
Wherever I go, they're gonna find me.
Why are they looking for you?
I don't know. They killed everyone, and the one with the beard, he stopped the other one from hitting me and said, "Not this one." And then that's when I ran. I ran as fast as my feet would take me.
Vakta's gonna stand and step aside a little and point to the door to her room and just be like, go in there, close the door. I'm going to get my friends and we can take care of this. But go in there and lock the door.
Nods and sniffles and runs in there real quick, and you hear the door shut.
And Vakta's, moving to Batsu's room and knocking until someone answers. And
No one
everybody's-
answers.
Oh, she's lockpicking away.
When you test the hand, it's not locked.
Oh, she's just going in.
As you get in there, Batsu is not there. His bedroll is not there. His pack is not there. The room looks empty.
I'm gonna move down and check the rooms of Ravage and Kirla, and then going to check the cabin where Grimble would be. I'm checking everywhere that people I knew were at.
Yeah, all of them are empty. It looks like they packed up. Even the ship's crew, their quarters are empty.
I don't care how bad Fartrak was, he wouldn't leave without me. Can I roll anything to see if Vakta would realize that this is a dream or that something is wrong here based on two of our party members having nightmares recently?
Sure, give me an insight.
I know there's also, dream logic where everything makes sense.
It doesn't feel like a dream.
Alright, Vakta's gonna sneak back, so let me roll stealth, and listen through the door to see if she can hear the child inside.
As you come around towards it, you see that the door is open.
Alright, let's see. What weapon am I gonna draw? Because I have way too many. I'm gonna draw my scimitar. I'm gonna draw my scimitar and keep quietly walking towards the door, listening for any movement, sound, trying to be on as high alert as possible.
As you get closer, you hear like a thud sound. And you hear the kid kind of scream out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Vakta's rushing in there.
As you rush in, you see this child on the ground in a puddle of blood with this large man standing over him. And the child kind of looks at you, and his eyes swollen and blood's coming out of his nose. And you hear the man say, "And I will call you Vardrak."
Vakta's charging at the man with her weapon drawn. She's gonna stab him.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh god. Cool.
Good job. Good job.
Oh, stop whining. We'll go to bed soon. Shut up.
Vardrak, do you end up going back into the room with Vakta?
He intends to, but he falls asleep.
Okay. Vakta, you wake up with a bed that is shredded, and you're holding your dagger. Vardrak's still nowhere to be seen.
Is his stuff still in the room?
Your stuff's still in there. He doesn't really have anything that he would leave behind. He pretty much carries all of his stuff with him.
Yep.
She's gonna shakily back away from the bed and like put her dagger back in its sheath and just looking around the room. Is there any sign of blood or anything that would lead to the events that happened in her dream? Or
Give me a perception check.
That would have been a 16.
Yep. So, you notice the area that the child was laying. There appears to be a reddish stain on the wood. You don't know if it's from that or if it's something that's been there.
Yeah, Vakta's immediately like, not caring if she looks like she's a mess or whatever, but heading straight to Batu's room and knocking.
So, Batsu, you wake up to someone pounding on your door.
Tables have turned. Oh my, how the turntables.
So Batsu opens the door, and as it's opening, you see him walking back to his bed.
Have you seen Vardrock?
No. He's like getting back in bed.
Okay, well, could you help me find him? Because I had a nightmare this time. Can we just get everybody together, please?
Batsu
Get
rolls
out of bed.
Batsu rolls out of bed, and as he's rolling, he's like, "Oh, so now you had a nightmare."
Like, oh.
I talked to the scary witch lady for you. You can roll your ass out of bed.
He's still just rolling on the floor. He's like, "Oh, now it's a big deal." Like, so he gets up. He's like, "All right,
Well, he never came to bed last night, so
he didn't come in here. Not spooning with me."
clearly.
Should check with Kirla.
What are you trying to say?
She's the only other one here.
Doctor turns on a heel and storms to Kira's room.
Oh boy.
Don't get mad at me if he's in there. I just gave a suggestion.
So Vakta, when you get to the door, how are you approaching this?
Oh, I'm knocking. It's an urgent knock of, hey, Kirla.
Vardrock answers the door with his training stuff on from his Milleration. Is it? Oh, hey, what time is it? Kirla's in the back getting ready.
Batsu's like, "Oh shit," and he walks away.
And that's where we're going to leave it at for the night.
You son of a bitch.
So yeah.
Wait, but Cliff, I had time to explain what happened with this.
So thanks for everybody popping in here tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks John for the 1 year subscription. That's awesome, man. Thank you. And thanks to the Draconic Nico for the follow. Although that name sounds really familiar. I feel like you followed before. I don't know, maybe not. But either way, thank you. I appreciate it. Anybody new here that's watching, we do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. What time is it now, Pacific? Did that change?
8:43 now.
Okay,
Still
so still 3 hours, so 5 p.m. Pacific time. Completely interactive. We do a bunch of things, whereas the community gets to vote and do things, and you guys can interact and all that good stuff. So if you're new here and you're not following, you should probably follow because you'll have fun. One thing I do want to do here is at the end of every one of these streams, I like to do a raid. And what a raid is basically where I pick you guys up and move you over to another channel that I think you might enjoy. I'm trying to see who is on right now. My normal group don't look to be on right now. Oh, they are. Okay, never mind. We're going to go here. Yep, they're here. Cool. So this is where we're going. So thank you guys again. We'll be
Tune
back
in next week to see how Vardrock dies.
Yes, do that for sure. So thank you guys so much. Next week is sure to be good no matter what happens because no matter what, it's gonna be good. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 Stop whining. I'll go to bed soon. Oh my